Like, he's calling you an industry plant, and he's saying the love you got from the media last year was illegitimate. Like, come on, bruh. Those are fighting words. You gotta drop a diss track, Coach Prime. What's going on, guys? I hope you're having a good day, and I most certainly hope you're having a great week. Guess what, guys? The media is doing a tag team on the father and son hate, and I will bring you that, but let's get the son, who is Shador Sanders, to tell you who we are around here. Hey, Shador, let him know who we are, brother.
BWB. Bandwagon Buffs.
That's right. It's your man's Harry Billion. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. I want to say shout out to Well Off Media. Bucky, salute to you for your hard work and thank you for this video that I am talking over. Hey, Shador, we about to get it in. Let's get to it. Let's go. ESPN commentator slams Deion Sanders as Hollywood celebrity acting as coach. Well done, Josh Tolley. Bravo, Josh. You got my attention. I clicked. You baited me, and I took the bait. Let's go. Coach Prime didn't receive any roses for pulling Colorado from the basement. Deion Sanders' name has been synonymous with football excellence and charisma, but now he's the face of college football. As he approaches his second year as coach of the Buffaloes, Sanders' transition from an illustrious Hall of Fame playing career to a coaching role has been under intense scrutiny. Coach Prime has brought significant attention to Colorado's program, even if his coaching credentials are still a topic of debate among analysts and fans alike. One of those who has been highly critical is Paul Finebaum. The ESPN commentator joined McElroy and Kulik in the morning and discussed the Prime effect in Boulder. He touched on why the honeymoon phase might be over. They keep finding Finebaum to drop a bomb on the Coach Prime project over there in Boulder. Instead of just dropping us in the middle of this conversation or in the middle of this answer, let me give you this context, okay? So basically, they were talking about rock star or celebrity coaches. When I say celebrity coaches, I'm not talking about coaches that have celebrity status, but coaches that have actually gained their celebrity from actually coaching. That's the understanding of how they're defining celebrity here. Coaches that have coached their way into mega stardom, coaches that are rock stars like Jim Harbaugh or Nick Saban because of their coaching acumen and their winning history. So the question was put to Paul Finebaum: do you have to have that stature, or do you have to have that kind of rock star status in order for you to find success in this new era of college football? And this is what he said. Harbaugh walking away, going to the NFL. You got Nick Saban walking away from the sport, going into broadcasting. That's not necessarily going to affect the sport. I'm just kind of paraphrasing what Paul Finebaum said. This is on si.com. So you can come back to this article and you can listen to the article. It's like 15 minutes, 46-second listen. I listened to it all the way to the end. So he basically just said, you don't necessarily have to be a rock star coach in order for you to prosper in this new era of college football. The brand names are still there. Who has the biggest names? You still got your Alabama, you got your Georgia, you got your Ohio State, and then, you know, Michigan winning it last year. That's going to be garnering a lot of attention. And because obviously they're talking about celebrity, how much attention Coach Prime has brought to the sport, obviously his name comes up, and he was asked, well, what about Coach Prime? He's probably worth a mention when we're talking about celebrity coaches. And this is how we get to this here answer. So this is what he said. First of all, he is a celebrity, but he's not a celebrity as a coach. To me, Deion, it's all about what he did previously. And I think that's why I give him a lot of credit for calling himself Coach Prime, because that puts the emphasis on being a coach. Finebaum said about Sanders' nickname. Take a breath, guys. Take a breath, okay? It's like DJ Khaled, DJ Harry Billion, because that puts the emphasis on the fact that I spin records or I play records. A lot of DJs nowadays, they don't be spinning no records. They just push a button, you know, and let Serato do the job. Okay, forget about that. This is the part that got me the most. This is the part that got me doing this video. Just listen to this and you tell me if this is what I think he's saying. But listen, he is an industry-created coaching celebrity. Have you heard the those terms somewhere? Right now, you don't see me, but I'm scratching my head and I'm like, I think he just called Coach Prime an industry plant. Did y'all hear that the same way I heard it? That Coach Prime is an industry plant. Y'all help me out in the comments. Let me know how you heard that, fan base. BWBs, all my bandwagon buffs, all right? Everybody gets it this year. He is an industry-created coaching celebrity. I think that says industry plant. That's what I'm hearing, but let's keep going, all right? It was generational, but it was mostly forced and created, and it was really, in many ways, illegitimate. So everything that Coach Prime did in the media last year, all of the media attention was illegitimate. I mean, those words are hitting hard, okay? I ain't gonna hold you guys, but these words hit hard. Like, the dude is calling what you did illegitimate. He's calling you an industry plant. I mean, those are fighting words. If this was hip-hop, Coach Prime should be on the microphone right now, dropping a diss record. Put a pause on Must Be the Money 2 coming out. Yo, go in the booth and drop a diss record on Finebaum. Because, bro, he just called you an industry plant. Am I starting things? Wait a minute. Am I starting to beef right here? My dude, like, he's calling you an industry plant, and he's saying the love you got from the media last year was illegitimate. Like, come on, bruh. Those are fighting words. You gotta drop a diss track, Coach Prime. Like, stop playing with me, bruh. What's that about? Mr. Finebaum continued. He really never beat anyone of consequence, but that didn't stop us from talking about it. Finebaum said, by the way, I'm guilty. I was on those shows as you were, but it felt surreal, and I'll never forget being asked. I think Stephen A. Smith asked me in the second week of the season, hey, do you think they're a playoff team? I had a hard time answering with a straight face because I think he had just been out there and he believed in it, but that was never real. It's just a matter of being honest. I don't consider him a great coach at all. He's a Hollywood created celebrity, primarily because of what he did in other walks of life. In other walks of life, namely playing football. That's other walks of life. That's other walks of life, because when you say other walks of life, it should be outside of the conversation you're having, but we're gonna say namely playing football. Well, it was not other walks of life. It was actually playing the game that you're discussing. But you know what? It ain't time for my commentary yet. You gotta stay tuned for that, because he gonna get it. Like I told you, everybody gets it. But I mean, he disappeared for a long time. We didn't really know what he was up to, and quite frankly, his performance as a coach has been less than spectacular, Finebaum said. Okay, take a deep breath with me when I give this guy my thoughts. That last line, right? We didn't really know what he was up to, and quite frankly, his performance as a coach has been less than spectacular, Finebaum said. That is disingenuous. You know why I think that's disingenuous and that's a lie? Paul Finebaum works in the media. He understands how the media works. He understands those key things that he has to say to get people to respond to him. Coach Prime coached his son in high school, and they won 3 state championships in Texas. I'll give you more. The team that Coach Prime coached, they were on a series. It was a YouTube series that covered his team, that followed his team almost throughout the entire time that Shador was the quarterback at that high school, and Coach Prime was the offensive coordinator. This is not something to say we didn't know what he was up to. You knew what he was up to because he was winning championships in high school. So let's just put that out there. Very popular series. So if you're in the media and you know that Coach Prime is coaching his son and then he's being covered, the media would actually pick it up and then they would ask his son, hey, where are you going to college? That whole thing was covered by the media. So at that point, you understood and you knew what he was doing the entire time, because there were celebrities that would show up to those games as well. Let's check Paul Finebaum at the gate. That's number one. If you want to say he was not on the national platform as a coach, no. Coach Prime has been honing his skills in the Pee Wee League all the way down to coaching the little pups, right? All the way from that to high school, coaching his son at the high school level, and then taking a trip over to Jackson State, where he was a successful coach. So there may be some new people around here. So let's just look at it, because Paul Finebaum said his performance as a coach has been less than spectacular. I'm doing this without screaming today because I want to be calm as I destroy this guy. He's full of crap. I would say some other more colorful words, but he's full of crap. Deion Sanders' coaching record right in front of you on the screen. If that's not spectacular, all right, so if he's 34-0, that's what we consider spectacular, then all right, cool. He's not spectacular, but he's 27-7. 2020, Jackson State 4-3, 3-2 in the SWAC. That's the COVID year. Hybrid COVID year. Put that in perspective. 2021, Jackson State 11-2. He went 8-0 in the SWAC. 2022, 12-1, 8-0 in the SWAC. 2023, which was just last year, Colorado 4-8. went 1-11 in the Pac-12. That is his first year in the FBS football. Deion Sanders' career began as high school coach in Texas. 2012 to 2013, Prime Prep Academy, he was the head coach. 2015 to 2016, he was a AAA Academy head coach. 2017 to 2020, Trinity Christian High School, he was the offensive coordinator. That's where his son went to school at. 2022 to 2020, Jackson State, where Paul Finebaum said here, performance as a coach has been less than spectacular. Paul Finebaum is full of crap. I can't say spectacular because I don't know his criteria for what spectacular is that he's describing here. He won at the Pee Wee level. He also won at the high school level, 3 state championships. I would say that's pretty spectacular, Paul Finebaum. So if you're judging him off of 1 year at the FBS level, where he took a 1-11 team, he took them to a 4-8, then the judgment or the statement that you make here that he was a Hollywood plant, if you're being honest, I don't consider him a great coach at all. You can go as far as I don't consider him as a coach at all, because that's what the argument is. Y'all don't want to consider him as a coach. So just say that. Because he's leading with Coach Prime, which tells you that he's putting emphasis on coaching, but he's just a celebrity. That's the argument that you're making. He's just a celebrity. He's not really a coach in your eyes because he doesn't remind you of the good old boys. He does not remind you of the guys. Their lives only comprises of coaching, but not necessarily playing the game like he did. What makes great coaches? You cannot judge Prime at the FBS level and say he's not a great coach. At this moment in time, if we were to take a time stamp on his record, you would say he's a great coach. He's coming into his own. This is the trajectory that you have to show for a great coach in the making. He's a great coach in the making. This is what the resume of a great coach in the making looks like. But again, the conversation is not necessarily to say whether Coach Prime is a great coach or not. This right here is the discredit and to make him seem like he is just a Hollywood celebrity who is posing as a coach. I don't consider him a great coach at all. I don't know what your criteria are. I don't know what you're judging this stuff on. You didn't specify whether it's FBS coach or FCS coach. You said coach at all. I wonder, Mr. Paul Finebaum, what or who do you consider to be a great coach, and what does their resume have to look like in order for you to say that they are a great coach? I like to know that. In 1 year, we're not having a conversation about somebody being a great coach. Even if he won last year, you would still not consider him a great coach. Great coaches have a history of winning. Coach Prime, right? Not player Prime. I'm saying Coach Prime has a history of winning already that I just showed you. From high school to college to right now, he has a history of winning. First of all, the question shouldn't come up. If you're going to ask that question, I suggest that you reframe the question in a way to give credence to what Coach Prime has done, but not necessarily try to lead a guy like Paul Finebaum for him to be able to say what he's saying. It's disingenuous. It is unfair. That's what I'm suggesting. He's not a celebrity coach or a rock star coach in the sense of the coaches that have actually made their name only by coaching, not from outside of coaching. So I get that argument. He happens to be a rock star who is a coach. So you can have that part of the argument. But the part of the argument that I'm not going to agree with, when you start going into, oh, he's not a great coach, or I don't consider him to be a great coach. And with that being said, Paul Finebaum, kaboom. Get out of here. Go sit down. Go have many seats somewhere. I ain't feeling what you're saying. I ain't feeling what you say, son. Stop playing with me. Again, who are we talking about right now? Who are they writing this stuff about? The Sanders. So if you're tired of the Sanders, if they are so tired of the Sanders, then tell me why they keep writing about it. Why they keep asking the questions. Tell me why is this stuff making the news and the rounds all the time. Tell me that. And you know what? With that being said, I'm going to leave it right there. And I'll see you. Get it? See you on the next video. Okay.